Why would she run away? Have I done anything wrong? For the first time in my life, I feel nervous of what the other person thinks of me. She's not a random person. She is our mate. Go to her. My wolf, Dom, was yelling in my head. I was about to follow her, but Mason stopped me. Alpha, I don't understand. Why are you behaving like this? Mason the moron said. Yep, that name suits him. I don't need to answer to anyone. But if you're all so curious, then listen. She's my mate, I growled. Everyone gasped. Mason shook his head and laughed. But that is not possible, Alpha. She already has a mate. But he rejected her on sight, Mason said. I was shocked. She had been rejected by her mate. Who in their right mind would reject a gem like her? But a tiny part of my non-existing heart that belongs to my mate is happy because now Isabella can be mine and only mine. Why did he reject her and who is he? I growled. I need to know who inflicted such pain on my Isabella. It was me, Mason said proudly, with the victorious smirk on his face. What is he so happy about? Why? I asked again. Because she's an Omega. I was the Beta. I did not want people to look at me any other way. I want respect, and with that filthy little thing by my side, I would never get it. He growled. I had had enough of it. I have to see if Isabella is okay. I stood up and mind-linked Nate. Show them what happens when someone disrespects or hurts your Luna. I walked out of the room, not missing the smirk Nate gave me before a slight nod. I follow Mate's scent and I reach at her room. I sniff the air and I smell her again. Honey and cinnamon, but mixed with salty tears. I open the door and enter. I saw her looking at me through hooded eyes. She was about to say something, but she passed out. I ran to her and picked her up. She is light as a feather. I took her outside and asked a random person to tell me where I could find the pack doctor. He took me to the small clinic thing in the mansion and left. I went inside and the doctor from earlier was beside me in a flash.
What happened?
She asked, looking at Isabella with concern and worry in her eyes. I told her everything.
Okay, lay her down on the bed, and please, wait outside while I check her,
she said, and I went outside without protesting. I don't want to delay her treatment because of me. I sat on a chair outside, which was not comfortable. I waited for what felt like hours. The doctor came out and I ran toward her. What happened? Is she okay? I asked.
Alpha, Isabella had an injury on her head when I treated her before, and it had not healed properly before a lot of stress was inflicted on her. Her wolf is weak, so it will take time, but she will heal. Just make sure not to stress her out. It can cause serious damage in the brain, and she might wake up in an hour or two.
She bowed and left. I walked in and sat on a stool beside her bed. She looked pale and unhealthy. I will make everything better, baby. Just trust me. I will treat you like a princess. My princess. Just give me a chance, and I'll make everything better, I promised her. I remembered the nurse looking at me, and again I looked up. She was smiling sweetly. Too sweetly. I inwardly cringed. I don't like her. Not her attitude and the confidence? Absolutely not. I shrugged her hand off my shoulder, and her smile flattered a bit. What the do you want? I whisper yelled. I don't want my mate to be disturbed by some silly creature.
You! I want you, baby. I know you want me too. Why are you wasting your time on this thing when we can spend it together?
She said in a seductive tone. She failed miserably. It sounded like someone was choking her. I stood up, faced her. How dare you? The person sleeping on that bed has a name. Isabella. She is not a thing, and if you think I will leave a precious gem like her for a good-for-nothing blonde, then you can't be more wrong. I saw the looks you were giving her. I kept my anger at bay because I didn't want my Bella to be any more afraid of me than she already is. But you crossed that line now. Get out of my sight right now, or so God help me, I will rip you to shreds. Literally, I said in a slight raised voice. I would have full-on yelled at her, but my Bella was still resting. The girl scrambled out of the room. Are all the members of the pack stupid? First, the slutty Luna. Then, the Alpha. More. And then the nurse. Can't get any more. I sighed and ran a hand through my thick black hair. That's when I heard it. I froze on the spot. Turning around, I saw my Bella, and I swear I heard my heart break into pieces. My Bella was crying, and I don't know why. Most importantly, I don't know what to do. I started crying too.